Hey, hey, hey. What is up, friends? Happy. Child, today is Wednesday. How are you feeling? I just really felt in the midst of being so happy that I got all my packages sent out. I was like, I'm going to go over there and check in with my family. I'm about to take this hat off, though, because it keeps bumping the camera stand. How are y'all doing? How are you feeling? Is it just me, or is it like, ooh, we need all of our protective things here. Let me get us, Ocean Jasper is really wanting to come through and be here. But how are you feeling? How are you doing? I feel like every day it's just so damn different right now, y'all. You know, I've been on my lemongrass. If we work one-on-one together, let me get some. I'm just doing kind of a friction heat activation for some lemongrass oil. Have my new candlestick lighters delivered yet? You know what? No. Also, I don't even think, it is so weird, you guys. I don't think I have a backup even like lighter anywhere. That is so bizarre for me. Listen, let me tell you what I feel in the ethers and the collective astrology. And you know, if I'm feeling into it, we're going to talk about it. Spirit has us here. But first I want to, I was going to bell cleanse because I've been doing that until I can smudge again. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? Let's cleanse with a singing bowl. Hold on, guys. One moment. Excuse me. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to get one of my smaller bowls. Woo. Okay. So sorry. I like to, warn you, yeah, I know she a little messy on the inside. She clean, but we like to charge herbs and charge waters and spritzes and oils. We set them down in here, so she gets a lot of love-ins, okay, because this is one of my smaller ones. But listen, if you have an earbuds, sorry I just dinged your ears by accident, but go ahead and, you know, you need to adjust your volume. We're going to go ahead and cleanse 3 times, okay, to set the tone, to cleanse the energy, to ensure that we're vibrationally cleansing the frequency. We are always calling in and supporting energies at the table, at the sacred space here that support the highest and best good and harming none. Okay, ready? All right, there we go, you guys. So, do you remember? So, yes, without further ado, let's get into it. But do you remember how we were talking about? We kept saying retrograde-ey? Okay, not us. Like a day or two before Mercury's about to go retrograde, but y'all, just to give you a rundown, I think now it is Neptune, Saturn. Tomorrow will be Mercury, also Chiron. Chiron's been in retrograde for a minute. But I think it's interesting to back it all the way out to, I haven't thought about this until just now I was channeling. If you back it all the way out to the retrograde-ey energy right now, Chiron has been in retrograde first in Aries for, hold on y'all. Let's check it out. How long has Chiron been? I don't remember the exact dates, child. Oh, yeah, that's right. So not that long, actually. Child, hold on, because I feel like that's not right. Oh, okay. Sorry. So in July, Chiron, I totally thought Chiron was already in retrograde. All right. So, but what was popping into my mind is that Chiron is like a backdrop to all this retrograde energy because Chiron's been in Aries, which kind of takes us back to this whole healing the wounds in our identities. But we do have, listen, we have Neptune, Saturn, Mercury, and Chiron all total will be retrograde in July. I know that we talked about Mercury retrograde. It kind of came through a lot. But I've also explained to you that I think, like, why. We talked about that a lot in the last video that I shared about why this Mercury retrograde is going to be really good. It's going to be very healing. This is my interpretation of it, of course. And, you know, everyone's path and journey is always is different. You know, take it as you will. I think that also a big energy that I'm feeling into today is not just the retrograde-ey, you know, let's slow down. Obviously, a lot of retrograde energy. But like on top of Uranus ingress into Gemini, it's kind of, it's almost like everything wants to be buzzing, but it's it's moving slower than like Uranus and Gemini energy would want to move. So I think that's a very interesting dynamic. We will have a Cazimi, Mercury Cazimi, more toward the end of the month. But I think it's almost like, what is Spirit is showing me light refraction. Why? Why are we seeing that? It has to do with something about the importance of slowing down. Okay, I heard light refraction. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Speed of light. Light travels its fastest speed in a vacuum. Light is information, Spirit is saying. When the light enters a medium like air, water. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, channeling. Spirit is showing me Uranus, taking me back to Uranus being like a thunderbolt. I'm hearing thunderbolts and lightning. We were singing, oh gosh, all the songs. Is this what we're doing again today, Spirit? Spirit said, we're going to do what we're going to do. Okay, you're right. Thunderbolts and lightning. So I'm seeing lightning, Uranus and Gemini. Remember we talked about the placenta and the cosmos, the umbilical cord. It looks like a thunderbolt, a lightning. Sorry, not thunderbolt. A light. You know what I'm saying. It's a lightning strikes. So, okay. Light traveling through a medium like air. The change, hold on with me, y'all. Like, I normally do this in my journal, but I'm doing this real time with you guys. Okay, so if Spirit is saying when the light goes through a medium like air, it'll slow it down. Refraction is the bending of light when it passes from one medium to another because it changes speed. I'm hearing lightning crashes. The angel opens her eyes, pale blue-colored eyes. Presents the glory, puts the serpent out to hide or something. Isn't that how it goes? There's some sort of big cycle change. And it's like, okay, so maybe you could be getting a lot of information into your third eye or your dream space or a lot of inspirational energy, but it almost feels overwhelming. I think this retrograde, a lot of this dead ass, y'all. I don't think I have ever dropped a gemstone like while I was recording. That is so weird to me. That is so weird. Isn't this the one time we were talking about Today Years Old? That was another one that I was Googling to try to figure out how to pronounce. And I realized that it was chariot. It is a multidimensional stone that assists one in connecting with spirit guides, deities, and other realms, transformation, insight. The chariot of heaven Connection with the divine. What was I not, when I dropped it, I was literally saying something about maybe you're getting a lot of messages in your third eye and through your dreams and stuff, and then I dropped that. That is so odd. I wonder if it's like a projection thing, right? I would really take time, you guys, to get grounded. If spirit is trying to get you into a place, i.e. a very retrograde-ey month, so that you can be protected, receive messages, but also, okay, I heard refraction, right? When I heard that, I was literally just about to start talking about, we open this whole month in the Sirius Stargate portal, that gateway, right? The sun comes into conjunction with the binary Sirius star. We call that our spiritual sun. Okay. And it's a huge portal for the mind, body, soul. And then boom, in the middle of that portal, Neptune goes retrograde. We did have Venus conjunct Uranus. What else did we have? Child, let me find out. Is Venus still in Gemini? Y'all, hold on, because I need to know. Uranus in Gemini is about to be ADD as hell. Love and light, thank you for being here. And just holding tight while we dip and weave and duck and turn. I appreciate you. If you receive messages or energetic activations, or you feel like you're part of the soul family here, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I really don't. I haven't side noted in a while, but let me just tell you, like, I don't do this to monetize anything. That's not really an intention I ever hold for this space. I appreciate everyone here as my soul family. I know that we need each other as we go through these times. We ducking and weaving. We shifting gears so fast. The energy is intense. I know we have been on a journey together. I do have a professional astrology business. I do have a clientele. I have a website. I have teaching group. I have other things, you know what I'm saying? And I love those containers and I love those things. I love my soul family. But I've kind of went on this spiel before in that I went through a lot of really challenging times in multiple dark night of the soul windows in my life, right? But in this last particular one, 2020, the end of 2020, just a couple years there, 21, 22, went through some challenging times, really challenging. And it was just people, whether it was a podcast or on YouTube or learning about astrology or listening to a channeler, there were people that were my touch points. Literally of sanity. And it's like I'm going to go on that run today, damn it. Like, if the only thing I do is get up and I hear their podcast. I remember one person that I was learning from and who was teaching me and taking classes. There was a point in my life, guys, and like I was struggling so hard, but also, you know how that goes. The struggle is the catalyst, the pain, the challenging dark night of the soul. Am I saying that that's the only way you need to manifest? No. Like, for fuck's sake, love and light. Let's ascend the timeline and the experience of what it means to be human, right? I would love for us to say, damn, you mean we can manifest in joy and happiness and loving compassion and co-creation together? Yes, we all got to get on a higher tier of vibrational frequency so that we can co-create that experience, right? Together, you feel me? In the human collective. Okay, but as it stands, excuse me. Let me get a deck, y'all. I feel really called to just tarot first today. As it stands at the moment, we're still catalyzing it, but probably because some experiences need to be alchemized and kind of transmuted so that we can return them back to the collective human consciousness, that experiential field, right? It's all quantum. It's all entangled. There are things that still need to be alchemized. So it means right now we're still getting catalyst bumps from like pain and suffering. I know. Listen, we're waking up from the deep slumber, okay? But it takes time. It ain't going to happen overnight. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Look, it makes me think of how we were talking about refraction. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry, guys. No bark. It's okay. There's people doing work outside the window. Sorry. Hopefully they won't go on and on. But that, just the way that the light looks there makes me think about what we were talking about. So listen, let me take it back. Oh, I wanted to see in this chart real quick. Is Venus, what degree? Interesting that Venus is squaring Mars. But, yeah, Venus, still in Gemini. But it is important to understand anyway that we are still kind of going through some of those things as a collective. Okay? Would love that we don't only manifest this way forever. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm with you on that. But yeah, I do not monetize this. This is not what it's here for. And so when you click like, it really just circulates us around to connect with soul family and people who need to hear a message, or who need some encouragement or hope, or they need to see something for that day. Because I know that really gave me a lot. And we learn together. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, for fuck's sake, just for your sanity, you can say, okay, dang, because I thought I was crazy. Friend, no, you weren't. Okay, no, you were not. So come here. We will hold hands together, kumbaya sometimes if we need to, whatever the case may be. Okay? So thank you for being here. Uranus and Gemini, I think the frequency will be interesting. I wonder if it's information is coming at lightning speed for real. So funny we say that. We were just talking about refraction. We're talking, okay, Spirit is talking to us about light refraction. I heard light bender, air bender, right? Here's what, okay, let me tell you, I'm going to talk to you about this. In the context of understanding, we have so much, we have Pluto in Aquarius and Uranus in Gemini as a big backdrop. Are they still in a trine? I need to know. I heard, now you're just somebody that I used to know, somebody. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Ooh. The catalyst energy is so real. Okay. How long are Uranus and Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus and Gemini? Vive la résistance. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. It's going to be going on for a while. Okay, anyway, maybe we'll channel more and talk more about that. The backdrop of Pluto and Aquarius being in a trine with Uranus and Gemini. Is it it's at like 2 degrees right now. So we're talking about light refraction. It almost makes me think of like Pluto wanting to send the plasma down the pipe to redistribute the energy. Uranus and Gemini. So Pluto and Aquarius would be like the remember I was saying the placenta and the cosmos? But Uranus and Gemini would be like the umbilical cord. Okay, Spirit is still building on this, what we started the other day. Thank you, Spirit. When light, that's a Neptune card right there. That's interesting. Because I wonder what Neptune and Aries, because Neptune is between the two, you know? Neptune and Piscean energy, right? Well, Neptune rules Pisces. A cycle being put on pause. It requires maturity for you to inherit what you're going to receive. The Eight of Cups is like Saturn's going in retrograde. Has Saturn swung back to Pisces yet? No. So Saturn is in retrograde, but is at the 1 degree point in Aries. Pretty soon, we'll dip back into the Saturn and Pisces territory, just like Neptune soon will. Okay? So we're going to kind of have that swing back into earlier this year because this is how it works. We will gear up, you know, you know what I'm saying? We're switching gears, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 point reset, right? And then you kind of lock in, and then it's like you downshift. You know what I'm talking about? If you've driven a stick before, you'll know, you know what I'm saying? A manual, whatever you want to call it. Y'all know out here in the Appalachia, we call that driving a stick. Okay. Cosmic convergence. I think a lot of people are walking away. But it's almost like, y'all know, don't shoot the messenger, because if you are wanting to manifest that you would be walking in your dharmic timelines, that requires you to receive a large divine inheritance, Spirit is saying. So you've got to be able to know that you can sustain what it is that you are asking for. Okay, Spirit is showing me leeches. Ugh. Because if you are dipped, I'm hearing swing low, sweet chariot. If you swing back into those timelines and you're kind of dipped back down into what were you closing out of Saturn and Pisces, you got to go face someone. Just like my friend the other day is reminding me like that she had a divorce, but like they got to sell the house. They can't just stop talking to like, what are you going to do when you have to swing back into that portal that you birthed out of? Like, can you hold tight? Yes, it is giving. Yes, it is giving like... Sorry, I got distracted by some of the trines that we're having, because it really is giving. We want you to be emotionally mature. We want this this new timeline convergence. We want this that's unfolding for you to be long-term sustainable. We can't plug you in and then you begin to receive, right? A King of Pentacles, you know, imagine someone that's going to be growing a huge vineyard. That's your inheritance. Wow, you're going to run the whole cattle ranch now. Wow, okay, but you have to be able to sustain a divine inheritance like that through many cycles. That's like you think, oh, I'm about to get the family inheritance, which is a farm, okay, full of cattle. Okay, but that don't mean, honey, you about to just be, okay, maybe you looking at the profit line and you're saying, wow, that's $1 million inheritance. Okay, but what was all the work that was put behind that? I'm just illustrating that for you because the King of Pentacles understands that everything happens in cycles, that shit takes a lot of hard work, patience, determination. This is very Capricorn. This is very Virgo. This is very earth sign energy. You know what I mean? Understanding. Things happen over a longevity of time, taking embodied patience, concrete effort, long-term sustainability that requires someone to uphold something, to carry out something like a divine inheritance. Takes discipline. So perhaps in July, retrograde-ey, right, maybe carrying you on into Leo season. And then on after Leo season, you're in Virgo season, right? Again, another reference to Virgo. Maybe someone's a Virgo, or I'm hearing someone's a cusp, you know, very end of the cusp Leo going into Virgo. But once we get in, then boom, we're going to be in the harvest season. What is it that you're harvesting, you know? Are you doing your rituals to sacrifice or to give up offerings? I'm seeing someone like pouring out a cup for their ancestors or something. Maybe that indicates a ritual that you do. When is the next eclipse? This is giving me eclipse. Hold on. We're going to go back to light refraction. But now I'm just getting a lot because I think it's important for you to grasp that everything that we're going through is happening on the bedrock of Pluto and Aquarius, right? For 2 decades. Now Pluto and Aquarius is trining with Uranus and Gemini. It's a huge backdrop to the energy, but it's very fascinating too, right? To think about what Neptune and Aries in the midst of all this is trying to teach you. I'm looking up when is the next eclipse, you guys, because I'm getting eclipse energy off this. I know it's not. Hold on. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It's a little, I knew it was going to be a little bit earlier. It's not like one of those late, closer to Halloween, Samhain times. September 21st. Ooh, that is the last motherfucking day of Virgo season. And I'm getting eclipse energy off of this. Oh, man. So maybe your eyes will kind of be covered to something until the eclipse comes in Virgo season. We kept channeling Virgo energy off this. We have a South Node. The karmic point is in Virgo for the collective this year too. Sacrifices. And it's sacrifices out of daily routines and cycles, but they make you stronger. It's giving like what you sacrifice now is going to come back to you in another form in your harvest. Water ritual energy for sure. It's funny I'm saying water ritual because we were talking about light refraction. But I'm not getting light bending through water. I'm getting much more like, hold on, weren't we channeling the other day the dark side of the moon? That makes me think of the eclipse too. Hold on, child. Is it going to be a lunar? I can't remember. Because I'm saying the dark side of the moon. No, it's a, hold on. Yeah, it's a partial solar. A partial solar eclipse. But anyway, it's just funny. I was channeling the dark side of the moon and Pink Floyd's album cover. You know what I'm talking about? Is that the album? And it's a refraction is what they're showing. The change in speed causes light to bend. When the light hits a boundary between two mediums at an angle, one side of the wave will slow down before the other, causing it to change directions. It's really interesting because I don't want to nerd out too hard. You guys know I love my quantum physics and all my things about light and photons and all the things, right? But what's interesting about refraction, remember, because that's the word that I channeled. What's interesting about refraction is it's all a reference point of where you're seeing the light from. And also, like, what is your surface point compared to someone else's, dependent upon what you might see, right? What you might hear. It depends on what is being refracted, but it's usually a light wave. We can be talking about other waves, though, too. So it's almost like spirit, okay, metaphorically, get with me. We are it's not even really metaphorical. I ain't even gonna lie to you because we opened this talking about the retrograde-ey month and the Sirius Stargate portal, which is when, and we're about to go, we're talking about light refraction, and we're about to be in Leo season pretty soon. It's going to be these high holy days of the sun. You know how I will go on. This is the Lionsgate portal. We are prepared by the Sirius Stargate portal. We also had that, Pleiadian influence on the full moon. We also had that, what else was I talking about, you guys? Oh, Pluto activating the nodes. Aren't we going to have, oh yeah, we will be having a Leo new moon. And then, speaking of retrograde, Chiron will officially be retrograde. Okay. And then right after that, we'll have Mercury Cazimi. While Mercury's still in retrograde. Okay, I got you, Spirit. I got you. There is a huge energy of like cosmic shifts are about to be happening real fucking fast. Okay, so the seeds that are planted or have been planted within you are ready to blossom. They're ready to bloom, but you need to have really strong roots. Your brain waves are going to start changing too. Don't even get me started on Uranus and Gemini with DNA, with mental body activations. Jupiter previously being in Gemini prepared us for all this. We are ready. It's like we have the hardware. Now our software is going to be getting a lot of upgrades, but we're prepared to receive it, okay? The sun and Sirius coming together, our spiritual sun, this alignment always kind of reconnects us to source, brings us these powerful soul code, ancient ancestral wisdom code type activations. Plus, North Node's in Pisces all year, so a lot of this is amplified. It's going to be, it's a lot, I know. Woo! See, the more you learn about this as it unfolds, I don't know about you, but I'm thankful for the Virgo Earth energy. I really am. I'm thankful for that energy coming through because we need the grounding. We need to be able to, Mars and Virgo, right? Where are we at with Mars and Virgo? 15 degrees. Yeah. Remember, Mars and Virgo was trining the full moon in Capricorn. And we talked about we need to say, okay, but I know how I can embody this in my day-to-day routine. Okay. And this, none of this yet, child, I hope you see, none of this yet has turned into let's just move a lot faster. And that way we'll know. Well, let's just hustle more and put more on our plate because then nope. None of that is supported energetically in this year. Child, you can do as you will. You know what I'm saying? But it is don't work harder, work smarter, quality over quantity time. Pay attention to your health, mind, body, spirit, your daily routine. Right? 8 of Cups energy. Things that are not serving you, I'm trying to tell you right now, they will. They gonna come a-calling, as we would say here in the country. Okay, honey, they gonna come a-calling. We're swinging this many planets back into retrograde energy, and it's not a negative thing. It's beautiful. It's giving like, oh, I'm over here minding the fuck out of my own business with very good energetic boundaries. Do I wish everyone well? Do I hope that people are able to heal? Yeah, it's always, y'all are in it. It's always all those things over here. Of course we do. But I got to mind the business that pays me at this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here taking spiritual baths. I'm over here making sure that my health is good. Trying to upgrade and have, whoa, that was weird. The cards did not shuffle well. Still Jupiter in Cancer, Sun in Cancer at the 24 degree. We're in the last decan. Quite almost. Well, not like the second half of the last decan, I should say. Pay attention to the emotions that want to come up right now. It's more important like right now to deal with your health, to take good care of your mental health, to deal with the emotions that have been repressed and depressed and express those, okay? Jupiter in Cancer wants to support you finding the emotional maturity and the wisdom you need. Because, child, it's like we got so many upgraded energies out here, so many seeds planted within us out here. We do have to swing back. We've got to swing back. Saturn to Pisces, Neptune to Pisces. I wonder when exactly, let me tell you. When will Saturn retrograde back into Pisces energies? I want to say... Okay, and because mind you, sorry, I was just kind of reading through the degree points. Mind you, Saturn, it doesn't move the slowest, but it moves a lot slower than a lot of the planets that are closer inside the bounds of Saturn. You know what I'm saying? So Saturn's really not gonna, I don't think, get back into Pisces territory until like after August. Okay, I mean, so we have time. Saturn is going to be retrograde, but you know what I feel like? Is that accurate though? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. It is going to be moving slower. Okay, anyway. So... okay, so we don't have to swing back super fast and hit that Pisces energy. We've got time. Okay, what about Neptune, though? I need to know. Okay, so when is Neptune going to retro? Because Neptune's even slower, you know? Yeah, okay, shit. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be after Virgo season. Interesting though. I like the window that Spirit is kind of pointing our attention to pay attention to Virgo season. And this matches. Remember I made the comment the other day, you guys, it matches. I kept writing shit out for Virgo season, and it was crazy because I thought it was last year, and then I was like, I'm so confused, and then I got this message. Anyway, all these synchronicities happen, and I have been journaling. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Hold on, you guys. I had been journaling about it. What the hell is gonna happen in Virgo season, right? So it'll be very interesting to see. Okay, I have us plugged in on the charger. Okay, so going back, I love you guys so much for hanging tight with me. I know this probably gets like ADD as hell, and my Aquarius stellium brain is like, pow, 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 okay? Yes, one of those, no, I'm sorry, my Uranus is not in Aquarius. Child. Shit about every damn thing else except my rising is though. Shit. Okay. Spirit. Okay. So I'm thinking refraction. Okay. Bending light, speed of light, you know, the perpendicular viewing line, you know, I'm thinking of the metaphor of like, what lenses. Okay, so it's like Spirit wants to slow you down so that you can be at the right frequency to receive this light, i.e. this information package, download, upgrade. This is what we're talking about when we say I got it. People are like, I channeled this download. You're receiving that. All the information comes from the light anyway. So this is what you're receiving. Maybe this means for you like a spiritual message in a dream. Someone contacts you and you haven't, whoa, oh, that's a lot. Someone contacts you and you haven't spoken in a long time. Maybe it could be in the most random way, right? Like, what? You got my business email? I don't know. You know, it's giving like, how did we even sync up for me to get that message? Or it could be, I don't know, it could be anything, you know, in meditation or through whatever it is that you receive. And it also may not be like someone literally told me this or Spirit said refraction. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when we receive things, it's more like energetic activations of seeds that are already planted within us. I do see a lot of this energy coming through. I think Molly McCord is talking about this, and I've heard other people talk about it. Uranus and Gemini and like DNA and upgrades that come from the junk. No DNA is junk, okay? The inactive or dormant parts of our DNA, I think we're going to be receiving very interesting activations, and each of those will play out in their own way in our life. So refraction, Spirit saying refraction, and us talking about bending light and speed of light and slowing it down. It's like Spirit's trying to get us, I mean, it's what we've been saying. Spirit's trying to get us on the right frequency. It's kind of like trying to feel out, again, why are we going back to the gears? Because we're gearing down. I get it, Spirit. July is like, okay, you're on the road, feel what is it they used to say? You gotta feel out the clutch, right? Okay, you gotta feel it out to really be able to, you know, we can't be grinding gears. We want longevity of the ride, right? So what is the wavelength? What is the frequency, the speed that you need to be on right now with Spirit? You know what I mean? Maybe it's you with yourself, okay? Slowing down is a big thing. What area in your life is pulling off too much of your energy, right? Nine of Pentacles, Princess of Swords. I don't know. I get so much of this energy of being like, divine inheritance, blessing, being in ritual, communicating with spirit or your team and higher self, whatever, however you view that, a clear like beeline to spirit, mental connection. Spirit wants to confirm what it is that you've been trying to manifest. This is so much energy that's like spirit is trying to give you a message. This can also be that someone else is trying to give you a message. Y'all, that makes me think of a placenta. Oh, sorry. Queen of Swords makes you think of like the spine, Kundalini rising up the spine, but a clear mind to be able to receive. This is also like not being too much in your emotions. If someone messages you because they see that you're doing really well, that's kind of another interpretation of those cards for me. I don't know. There could be a distraction, right? A Princess of Swords trying to talk to a Queen of Swords. This gives like distracted energy. We have a Princess, right, or Prince of Cups to the Empress, Chariot to the Eight of Wands. Yeah, this gives, you've got to have that determination and focus, right? Spirit is sending in all this kind of energy and trying to tier it and gear it down or get it at the right frequency and speed and medium so that you can be seeing it in the right perspective, right? This is being in flow with the universe so you don't miss your opportunities, right? So is the Chariot. The charity is like the charity. Interesting. Someone giving to charity here. The Chariot is like not losing focus. Like the horse, the blinders on the horse, and all he sees is a carrot, staying focused on something that you are creating. Yeah, but there's just this vibration in these cards of like this Prince or Princess of Swords trying to be up beside the Queen. Again, with the Cups, trying to be up beside the Empress. I don't know. It's like an immature energy trying to speak to or get in connection with. I get a lot of information off these cards too of like energetic boundaries. So just be protective of that. Always good spiritual hygiene. I think sometimes people can get almost like way too is low-key obsessed with like protection, like all the time. But it's kind of like a wonky energy, a driving force behind an unpredictable energy. But there's not, okay, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you say bounces off of me. Excuse me, and sticks to you. If you're not glue, nothing can stick to you, So if you're doing the work that you need to do, things can get a little wonky. You can feel some exhaustion sometimes if there's projection, mental projection, spell work projection, energetic manipulation projection. Yes, child, honey, all those things are real, yes. Meditation is really important here. If you smudge, if you cleanse, I would encourage you to do that. There's a lot of water too, so spiritual baths. There's a lot of maturity though too. We have King of Pentacles, we have Queen of Swords, we have the Empress, right? There's a potential, you know what I'm getting? Like there is a potential, a person, perhaps it could be a job offer, I don't know. Some offer trying to come to you, but it's like too quick. It's immature. It's not fully formed. Someone could kind of be like overboard with their emotions, and that's kind of how you'll know, like, they don't really seem too emotionally sound. I don't know about this, I feel my collective, my soul family being more in the Empress, the Queen of Swords, the King of Pentacles energy. Very interesting, though. Very interesting indeed. Okay, you know what? I feel like before we go, let's get an Earth Magic Oracle card. I love my Stephen D. Farmer. Okay, let's get an Earth Magic Oracle before we go. Take it slow. Take it slow. Oh, 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 oh. Take it slow. Okay, slow down. Slow down. I'm guaranteeing you. Tell me one thing that gives you a good reason to rush. If you can avoid multitasking, please try. If you can slow down, make 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go outside, get grounded. Okay, it's super important. Not to mention sunlight and grounding on the earth will naturally cleanse and protect your energy from anything sticky trying to hang on to it. I'm hearing that song, It's Getting Sticky. Isn't that song about somebody wanting to fight someone? Ew, I don't like that. We rebuke that shit and turn it to the cinder. That's sloppy. We don't do that. We don't move like that. I mean, we ain't weak over here, but listen, anyway. Cancer energy too here. Cancer energy. The predominant energy too, well, I say that. I was going to say it's predominant with water and air here, which I thought was funny because we were talking about the mediums of bending light being water and air that cause it to slow down. Water and air, dreams, thoughts, emotions. Ooh, I don't know. That's manipulative territory, isn't it? I don't know what I'm feeling into there. Okay, let's child listen. You see what I'm saying? You can't make it up. Tree and grounding. Let's read that. Let's read that, because I will always tell people I love if you feel creative and inspired and it is like a poetic, magical experience for your inner child. Do ritual. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. It's great. It's like going to the movies to watch a movie. Like, do we need movies because life is literally moving all around us? No, but it's creative. It's an experience. Okay, ritual is too. It's beautiful. Do you need it? Well, really, your life is a ritual. Your body is a temple that's made up of all the elements, and then your divine sovereign spirit inhabits that body. Yes. But ritual is beautiful. But if you can't, don't limit yourself. It can be really simple as your intention and your meditative thought, your breath work, and going out in nature to cleanse yourself and ground your frequencies that are overwhelming your body. And that makes it way harder for anything to kind of try to connect or attach to you, okay? Let's go to tree. I say the alphabet in my head. I said W-X-T. What? Okay. Consider how trees, the standing ones, exemplify balance between heaven and earth. Their branches reach out and up as if in praise of the bounty that Sky Father has to offer. Their leaves breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. Again, involving the element of air. Okay. Process for so many beings on the planet, including us humans. Their trunks and roots have planted themselves firmly in the soil, allowing them to receive the gifts of another kind of nourishment from Earth Mother. Didn't we channel the oak tree and the full moon? And then we were talking about the pine tree. Lots of tree spirits lately. Child, because we need to be grounded. Okay, anyway. Their trunks and roots have planted themselves firmly in the soil, allowing them to receive the gifts of another kind of nourishment from Earth Mother. In turn, they freely and gratefully give back by accommodating the needs of so many beings with what they have to offer. In this image, we see a magnificent tree situated in a meadow at the edge of a pond, greeting the early rays of light from the dawn. We see its reflection in the still water, but do not see its roots as they are embedded in the depths of the moist, fertile body of Earth Mother. The strength of these roots supports the tree's innate desire to grow to the light, to reach not only upward but outward as well. You have been feeling scattered and spacey lately. Shit. Were you talking about retrograde-ey and Uranus and Gemini and refraction of light? No kidding, Spirit. Yes, we have, okay? You are not fully in your body. And it's a Virgo ruled year. All about embodiment. Can you embody on this new timeline, in this new frequency? Can you embody? Because we can't be pouring all the divine inheritance into you at the rate that we are ascending and evolving if you are not able to properly embody it. So we got to work on that, You are not fully in your body, and that is because you have not been able to get grounded. This is quite literal in that your body is made of materials of the earth. So when you feel disconnected from your body, you are inevitably disconnected from the earth. So get yourself grounded. You can do so quite simply with your feet firmly planted on the ground wherever you are. Feel the etheric roots that extend into the earth. Follow your breath so that each time you exhale, you can imagine these roots going even deeper. Each time you inhale, drawing up the loving, nurturing power of the Earth Mother. As soon as you have the chance, go outdoors and sit or stand with your back supported by a tree. Feel its solidness and integrity. It is simply being a tree. Breathe in the essence of tree spirit and allow this to fill you up. Walk barefoot very slowly on the ground so you can maintain this connection. Yes, yes, I love to end this on that note. Please remember to slow down, make time for meditation, make time for just being in stillness, make time to go out and ground in nature. Thank you so much for being here today. I look forward to checking in with you guys soon. Okay, take good care. Love you. Bye.